Hello future designers, welcome to another tutorial at ABCD. Today we'll be doing a medallion or a medal. Okay, because everyone deserves a medal. Okay, so with the shape, that's the circle ellipse tool selected, hold on shift and then drag a circle. Then I'm going to give it a color value. Okay, so with this project we're going to be experimenting a lot. So I'll give it this color value, and then what I'm going to do next is to do this plot for the neck. So rectangle tool selected, I'm going to draw the horizontal rectangle. Then click on I on the keyboard to select the eyedropper. That's a shortcut. Give it this color value. Then I'm going to click Control C. Let me reduce it. Okay. So Control C, Control F to copy and paste in front, and then rotate it while holding on Shift key to constrain movement, and then paste it here. Okay. I think this is okay. And then going to move it up. Okay. So we are going to do this the stripes. So first I would have to stretch this side down a bit, or just Control C, Control F, and then drag. With the help of the Alt key, I'm going to drag it inside. Well, that's for the sides. And then use the eyedropper to give it a white color value. Sorry. And then let me stretch this down. And then Control C, Control F to move this down. So here I'm going to use the arrow keys to try and position it well. Okay, so with the help of the arrow key, I'm going to position it well. Okay, so you can see it. I'm give it an ash color. Then move this down. Okay. Okay, so I can just group this. Sorry. Let's highlight. So click, hold shift, and then click this. Okay. Then let's group Control G to group, and then Control C, Control F, and then I'll flip horizontal. Move it. So using the arrow key, right arrow key, I'm going to move it. Okay. Now let's select this and then arrange and then bring to front. Okay, so right click, arrange and then bring to front. So that's going to be our medal. That's the metallic parts. Then we give it this color value. Okay, so you can copy the color code or type it in your color box. Okay, so let's move this here, and then let's move it back. I just want to see something, and then just position it here. Okay, I'm going to Control C, copy and paste it in front. So click. So you want to do something like this, so Control C, Control F, and then move this here. Okay. Then what we'll do is we'll have to Control C, Control F again. With the help of the Shift key, I'm going to move it inside, drag it inside. So hold on Shift key and then move it inside. Okay, so I think this is good. Then give it this color value. Okay. We'll have to multi-select. I want to try and achieve something like this, like the splitted colors. So how I have to do is firstly let's highlight all, and then with the pathfinder we select minus front. Then I'm going to click this. Let's select the rectangle. Okay, so I would have to use the rectangle. I want to give it a perfect cut it through, so like a semicircle. So I'll use a rectangle tool. Okay, so you have to turn your guidelines on, and then I'm going to highlight all. Okay, and then minus front. Okay, then let's see what we can do here is to just Control C, Control F, and then flip along vertical. Then use the arrow key to move it. Okay. So that said, now we can merge them, so we can group them. Control G to group them, and then we're going to double click, put this in isolation mode, and then give it a color. So sorry, let me ungroup. I click on this. You can either just double click and then put in isolation mode, and give it a color value. Let's group back. So Control C, Control F, I'll move this here. What I can do is to delete this. Okay, I want to do something else. So Control C, Control F, and then I'm going to resize it by pushing it inside. So moving it inside. Okay, okay, and then I'll flip on the vertical axis. Okay, so I'll flip it on the vertical axis so you can see we have it turned upside down. And then you can put it in isolation mode by double clicking on that particular portion and giving it this color value. Okay. So what I have to do is just click on this circle, then we'll give it the color value. Or better still, let's just select this and then group them. Then let's move them to the circle. Okay, so I'll click on the circle as the full circle, resize it, then I'll have to give it a color. Okay, so that it doesn't conflict with the other bodies. I'll give it this color value with the help of the eyedropper. I'll pick this color. Okay, so now what we can do now is just bring this one inside. So all this will be provided to you. So, okay, so I'm just going to right click, then arrange and bring to front. Yeah, I didn't want the course to be very lengthy, so I just try to provide some things, already done things, so that you can use them right away. Okay. You can experiment on it by trying it on your own. Okay. So now what you can do here is you want to do this kind of reflection or design, whichever way you want it, and then we would have to select. So put this in isolation mode. So double click, then ungroup. Okay, or you can double click and put it, but I think ungrouping is the best. So you can ungroup. So right click to ungroup, and then click on this. Control C, Control F, just copy and paste. And let's move it aside. So here we are going to be doing a lot of try and errors here at this side. Then I will need to group, or let me group this, and then bring it back. So we are going to see the best option, so we'll try another option later. But let's see if this would work. Okay, so now let's pick this, let's give it a white color value, and then oops, okay, so I think it's behind. Okay, so it's gone behind it. Okay, so it's behind it. So what I can do is we're going to try something here. Okay, either we go to the layers, then work within the layers, or let's try seeing if we can do it just right here. Yes, we can right click and then bring to front. Okay, right click and bring to front. Or better still, let's just go to the layers. So let's see, then we'll look for it. So I think there's it. Okay, you can. Okay, so a better way to not confuse yourself is double click on your layers and then just give it a name so that you know what you're doing. Okay, so you can see now I'm struggling to identify it. Okay, the best thing is I can use just my guess to just click here and then okay, so I can see it's behind it. So the best thing Adobe Illustrator help us to just drag and just move it. So when you drag it and then move it to the top. Okay, so you can see it brought to the top of the object, the main object. Okay, so let's resize it. So that's one tip. So Adobe Illustrator works in layers. So with the direct selection tool, I've been able to round in the corners of this shape. And then what you can do now is just paste it here. That's not what we want to achieve. Okay, so we can just go draw the perfect circle with the help of the shift key. That's to select the ellipse tool. You can see we have stroke. Okay, so I'm going to set this stroke to 0 first, and then enable this fill. My stroke is set to 3 points. Okay, so let me just draw the help of the shift key. Okay, so V on the keyboard for the move tool, and then place it in front. Okay, and then what I can do is I'm going to set my stroke to 10%, and then unenable my existing fill. Okay, so change the stroke to white, and then increase the size of my stroke to 12 points. I'm going to select the direct selection tool and click here, then hit delete on the keyboard. So already my distance, when we click on the stroke, okay, to be able to get it rounded, what you can do is, okay, so let's move it here. I'll show you something a bit. So let me just resize it. Okay, resize it. Then I'm going to rotate it. So let me just select the direct selection tool and then click here and then hit delete. Okay, delete. Now the stroke, okay, you can see it's already cup rounded. So that's how we're able to get the rounded edges or sides. Nice. Okay, so let's paste it here, then rotate it. Try to move it down to the other side, to the left, rotate it a bit. Okay, so I think this is okay, and then click on it. Oops, click on it. I'll go to object and then go to expand. Ensure this fill and stroke is checked. Okay, so this converts it into a shape, not stroke. Okay, so now it's now a stroke. So Ctrl C, Ctrl F, and they'll flip vertically. The help of the arrow key, I'm just going to move it down. You can hold Shift key and the arrow key to make it move quickly or faster. Okay, so let's rotate it here, and then I'm going to drag it to this part. Then I'm going to rotate it again. Rotate it here. Let's bring it down. Okay. Then we'll have to change the color. Perfect. Okay, so that's perfect. We are done with our medallion. So just drag these plus times signs and then or shapes and then bring to front and then click. So all these are provided in your resources. Okay, you can use them. Okay, so this our medallion. Um, just highlight all and then group. That should be it. So thank you for watching. See you in our next tutorial. Thank you.